I'm Saint John Fisher. My saint was beheaded by King Henry VIII. He was born in 1469 in Beverly, Yorkshire, and he got degrees from Cambridge University.
Hi, I'm Saint Monica, and I fasted for 17 years for my son, for him, Saint Augustine, for him to have Christianity.
My saint was born in the 1st century. I'm Saint John the Baptist. I baptized Jesus in the Jordan River. I was executed by King Herod in 30 AD by being beheaded. My feast day is June 24th, and I am patron saint of baptism, conversion, tailors, and Jordan.
I'm Saint Nicholas, and I was born in the 3rd century in Elisha, and I grew up in Patera. My parents died when I was 13, and then I was living with my uncle. He was the bishop of Patera, and I studied to become a priest, and I was a good student, so I got to be a priest at 19.
Hi, I'm Saint Joan of Arc. There's a ton of things about me that are actually really interesting. Like, I grew up with 4 siblings, 1 sister and 3 brothers, and my father actually did not condone me joining the army, since first off it was illegal, and second off he wanted me to stay home and take care of the house with me, even though I was the youngest sibling. And I did get shot in the neck with an arrow and survived. And they actually know my height because from a robe that they gave me while I was in prison in England about to get burned by a stake.
I'm Saint Justine St. Marteau, and a couple things I learned about her is that she was born poor and illiterate. Mary appeared to her 6 times, and there is a prayer statue for her in a gestural near Fatima, Portugal.
I'm Saint Lucy, and when I died, they hitched me to a team of oxen, tore my eyes out, set me on fire, and stabbed me to death, and then seconds before I died, my eyesight returned. Hi, I'm Saint Mary Magdalene, and Jesus casted 7 demons out to me, and I became very ill, and he healed me.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Ann Seaton, and my friends and I built the first free American Catholic school.
Hi, I'm Saint Cecilia, and I was martyred after other methods.
Hi, I'm Saint Abigail. I was born in the 6th century, and I ran away from home because my family fought a lot. And I'm known for having chased away evil spirits with bees, and I saved my village from the plague. And I was not canonized because I was born in a time before canonization or beatification was ever necessary.
I'm St. Clare Assisi, and I was born July 16th, 1194 in Assisi. My parents are Fabiano Schiffi, and my mother is Ortolano, a noblewoman from Rimini, and my siblings are Beatrix and Agnes, and I'm a noblewoman and come from a very wealthy family. But that all changed when I heard St. Francis of Assisi preaching a Lenten about giving up to follow Jesus. So I went and did that and started devoting myself to Christ.
I'm Saint Margaret of Scotland. I married King Malcolm in 1070, and we had 8 beautiful children, 6 sons and 2 daughters.
My saint is Saint Julia of Corsica, and my feast day is May 22nd, and she's the patron saint of Corsica, Livorno, and the pathologies of the hand and feet.
Cool.
Hi, I am the Blessed Virgin Mary, and I'm the mother of Jesus.
Hi, my saint is Saint Barbara. She was born in the mid-3rd century, and her father put her in a tall tower for most of her life, and she spent her life admiring God's beautiful world.
Hi, I'm Saint Philomena, and I was born January 10th, 291 in the 4th century, and my father let me marry to an abusive emperor, and I appeared to a sister and a saint.
Hi, I'm Saint Felicity. I was born in the 3rd century. I gave birth to a baby girl who was adopted by a Christian woman, and I was martyred by a gladiator.